Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We two blended Scotch whiskies. The first from the Kingdom of Scotland is the Glenrothes. This distillery was established in 1879. This is the 1995 edition. It was put in the bottle. It was put in the barrel in 1995. It was taken out of the barrel in 2013. It is 43% alcohol. It was given to me by Robert the Whiskey Scout. Thanks so much, Robert. This was and is a fantastic gift in its little bubble-shaped bottle. Keg-shaped bottle, I guess. It's from Berry Brothers and Rudd. They are wine and spirit merchants, just like Jura Journey and Brooks, a competing company. They procure wine and liquor and whatnot. Okay, St. James Street, London. I think that's the same address as, not address, but same street, yeah, as Jura Journey and Brooks, which they do have their own Scotch made for them called J&B. And okay, maturation is in American oak and Spanish oak casks. A combination designed to deliver a perfect balance of flavors associated with our award-winning Speyside single malt. And what they describe as ripe fruits, juicy citrus, creamy vanilla, and complex spices. Ripe fruit, juicy citrus, creamy vanilla, and complex spices. I got to read it because it's in their website listing. This approach applies equally to our limited edition vintages, each with its individual personality, and to our reserves, marriages of mature Glenrothes from multiple vintages. Ronnie Cox, the Glenrothes brand ambassador, product of Scotland. Okay, so I mean, like, you dig, man. If you look on their website, they have all kind of different ones, and but this is the one he got me. I think it runs about $50. He got a good deal on it. I think he got it for like $35. So that's a benefit. Now here is a product I got a great deal on. Jura Journey. I don't know if it was a deal. That's probably just the normal price. And it was $22.99. Still listed. Last time I checked last week, $22.99 at Total Wine and More. Jura Journey. No age statement. 40% alcohol. Notes: matured in American white oak and ex-bourbon barrels. Nice black, gold, and copper label. It's 25% peated malt, 75% unpeated. But you're going to pick up that smoke. That's the difference here. You see, it's a Jura Island Scotch. This is a Speyside Scotch. BC's Beer Reviews. OBC's Beer Reviews. Regardless of if it's in a bottle or a can, the man's going to review the beer. And yesterday he reviewed the Dos Equis Ambar, which he liked. And I always like that beer. It's mild, mellow. It's not like bold with flavor, bursting with flavor, but it's a nice product. And it's the original Dos Equis, actually. Good morning back to you, Dallas Cowboys. Says, good morning, my brother. Good morning to you. All right, here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I was at the French Quarter Festival yesterday, and so I wasn't really on the internet much. And that's just the way it worked out. Beautiful weather, 80s, breezy, even if you want to say windy. Some clouds to cut the sunlight from burning us up. And I saw one act. I heard another act. I saw one act, Amanda Shaw. She did a good job as always. She was saying, I turned 30 and she's 31 now. And she was saying, I always thought 30 was so old, when I was 15, because she started doing that when she was like 8. I remember her on TV at 8 years old doing the electric violin particle board cork. And she was just remarking about, I can't believe I turned 30. Well, you're going to turn 30 if you live long enough, and then you're going to turn 40. Then 50 and 60 and 70. And if you live as long as Methuselah, You could do a lot of beer reviews and whiskey reviews. Imagine how many you could do if you lived that long. But no one has lived that long, since or ever before. But those days of living that long died out once the flood hit, because it opened up the earth and a lot of diseases were let out. There's a solid cork, not particle board. So then you saw people living less and less long, dying of all sorts of diseases. I'm not pouring more Jura. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour a little bit of this out in that coffee cup just because I can sip it down later, but I'm not going to keep going up till I reach the level of even. I'm not trying to drink whiskey at 5:30 a.m. I'm trying to do a taste challenge. So I knew I poured too much the way it came out, but we'll take care of that later. It's a nice cork, wooden cap, like that guy Mr. Johnny said. Any time is happy hour. Anytime is happy hour. I'm gonna put this back up. You go back in the box. The Glenrothes will deal with you next go around, which could be a long time from now due to all the stuff I've got. Oh, I got so many rums. Oh, I got so many brandies. Oh. Well, that's just turning out to be really inconvenient. Let's see if I can get this straight here. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see how it works. Go over there. Okay. Liam said, I drank 340s of Steel Reserve and felt sick. And it shouldn't make me feel sick. It's a Miller product. Hope you drank 340s over a 3-day period at least. Now we got it fixed. Nice, not lacing, but alcohol legs, drips. The Glenrothes is a little bit lighter. You probably can't tell that on this low definition video, but even if it's super high def, a lot of times the colors be off. You know what I mean? Like the pixels will be small and clear, but see, it's still not real world color. And people will say that. It looks darker on camera. I picked up Glenfiddich 18-year-old yesterday. I haven't tried it yet. Wow. I tried the 12-year-old once. But I plan on buying a bottle, But I went to Trader Joe's yesterday. But that's another story. They are really going hog wild with all their Scotch offering. They got Trader Joe's blended single malt, Highland single malt, Speyside single malt, 18-year single malt, 10-year single malt, 12-year single malt. I said, man, I could just go ahead and buy all of those and save so much money because they're all like $17.99, $18.99, $19.99. They said, well, they ain't no good. Well, I don't know if they're no good. Maybe they are no good. 340s in 2 hours. That's insanity. You better cool it. Just watch. He's probably kidding, but let's hope he's kidding. Just watch your Lagunitas non-alcoholic review, says Beer Hounds. Yeah, that was a pretty grim experience, to tell you the truth. you might ask me, well, which, if you couldn't drink beer, alcohol for some whatever reason, which NA would you pick? My answer would be none of them. I would drink water or tomato juice or something. I wouldn't drink them. I don't like them. I hate them. They're not terrible. They're not bad. I mean, in some cases, but they give me the creeps. They just not cool. All right. Yeah, it will never be a real beer. Right. It's like you said, I watched the USFL last night. It's just like the NFL, where you could just keep convincing yourself of that. Of course, the NFL is boring too, with its every game is 17-10 at halftime. All right. Justerini and Brooks on the Rocks always hits the spot, almost like it more than Jameson. Well, those are two good ones. J and B I prefer, All right. Cheers. Cheers. But I was really stunned by the Trader Joe's liquor offerings yesterday. They had a gold rum for $7.99, and a white rum. Now you say, well, that's some private label brand. I'm not sure, because Trader Joe's sells a lot of regular brands that's not private label. Okay. Like, for instance, they had Herb Saint. That's a liqueur from Sazerac. You can get that at any store. But they have the Trader Joe's bourbon. I mean, I don't know. It's like a rabbit hole, If I start doing all these private label things, people are going to say, oh, Lord, I ain't watching that. But then a lot of people do like going to Trader Joe's. See, that's the trade-off. A bunch of people wouldn't watch, but then a whole bunch of other people would say, I get my liquor at Trader Joe's all the time. What are you talking about? Cheers, drinking Belgian Beaver Milk Stout. Oh, I'd like to try that. In fact, I bought a case of beer yesterday at Trader Joe's. Now, that one is a private label. Is it the best beer around? Ain't the best beer around, but it is $6.99 a 12-pack. That's $13.98 a case this day and age. Old simpler times Pilsner. They didn't have the Pilsner 12-packs for some weird reason. They had the lager. It's really good, Ron. I believe it. I believe it, Bill. So I might do it, But that's down the road anyway, the Trader Joe's stuff. Because I got so much backstock now. We're talking about years from now, really, because I got too much backstock. All right. Except for mezcal. I got one new mezcal. That's a slow roll anyway. Wow. This tastes like some old wood. Rotted wood. You say rotted wood. Now, that was not on the box. Nowhere on the box did it say rotten wood soaked with whiskey. I know. Best $5 stout I've had, says Beer Hounds. Makes me want to try it even more, but, we can't get it in Louisiana at this time. But that's what that tastes like. Oh, that makes sense, because didn't they say ripe fruit? They didn't want to say overripe fruit, rotted fruit, but that tastes like, oh, that must be the Glenrothes. So let's go over here. Bread dough. Finally, the newspaper arrives. That one over there in my left hand does seem to have more of a higher proof, of 43% as opposed to 40. This one's got the bread dough and the honey top bread. You say, oh, what is it? Sara Lee honey top bread? I think it is Sara Lee honey topped bread. Didn't really get that 25% peat smoke though, but let's go around again. What beers are in your fridge at this time? Well, like I said, the Simpler Times Lager got a Beta chocolate Dough Bears cake stout, 8% with chocolate, vanilla, and lactose milk sugar. Got all those Margaritaville beers that I finished reviewing, the red, the pink, and the orange, 4%. Boy, that's a sharp wood flavor. Ooh, I just bit into an oak tree. Well, and a Spanish oak tree. Yes, sherry, something like that. I got some Pontoon Imperial Stouts flavored. Of course, everything's flavored these days. I got some Washington, D.C. I can't remember the brewery name. Imperial Stout. I got Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor, 1 bottle for the examination in 2 weeks. I got New Belgian Fat Tire. I bought that as a revisit. Been so long, too long. I bought a new Founders beer yesterday. Their what's that, Highball series? The not Highball Drifter. I never got to try that one. I tried the Nemesis. This is a new one. It's called I don't know, something just brand new. So I bought it $3.49. I said I gotta buy it. I gotta buy it. I didn't really have to. I wanted to, you know. Something's telling me it's going to be dynamite. Less of an oak attack. I am sort of getting the smoke, sort of, but it's not being exemplified this time like it was the previous. And this one over here is just oak, oak, oak. And did I mention oak? Oh, yes, it is a strong oak flavor. And it tastes like it's been, man, it tastes like they put this and let it sit in an oak barrel for 18 years or something. What's been my boss? Okay, well, now the question of the minute, the question of the second, the question of the hour. Which one tastes better? Honestly, and I try to be honest, you know, I never lie on these videos. But even when I lie, I always tell the truth. But in any way, to be imperfectly honest, no, really, honestly, I guarantee you, I guarantee y'all almost completely that I tell the truth on these videos almost all the time. Now that's a guarantee, more or less. But I want to try for the kingdom if I can on a great big clipper ship. This one in my left hand is so strong with the wood. And this one is not. It's got it. The wood is there. Pabst versus Miller Genuine Draft. That's a close one. I did a live video. It's still posted. That's a tough one, but it's a fun one. It's an enjoyable one. It's a worthwhile one. My friend David told me yesterday, try this Colt 45s. Tell me something's not wrong with it. Now he had already opened it, so it was going flat a little bit. The 40 ounce. I said, tastes like the same old tastes like the same old Colt 45 I've ever had. You know, I've been drinking for a long time. He said, no, the taste is off. It's not right. I said, it tastes fine. It tastes like the same Colt 45 as always. I said, maybe you ate something that was off or strong or whatever. It's affecting, because to me it tastes like Colt 45. It's kind of a little bug, not a roach. Some kind of outside bug, like they fly around, they're attracted to light. I'm not in love with that wood attack. I don't hate it. I think it's quality, you know, but I'm not in love with it. It doesn't really appeal to what I like, you know, but it's fine. But I think the Jura Journey is better. This one's better. You say so. In other words, you prefer honey topped white, sourly white bread than eating oak, rotted oak. Yes. So here we go. Jura Journey, the winner again. Again. Ha 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 ha. How you feel? I know you're jealous. I got it right again. I haven't gotten it wrong. I never got it wrong yet. And I know I'm not going to get it wrong Monday, tomorrow. You know why? You want to know why? Because it's going up against Ardbeg 10. And who in the world is going to confuse Ardbeg 10, that smoke bomb, you know, with anything else? Well, maybe some other super smoky product, but no one's going to confuse it. That's who? Nobody. So is there any way on earth I'm going to confuse Ardbeg 10 with Jura Journey? Nope. So it's going to be a taste challenge, only in a technical sense of challenging one versus the other, but it's not going to be a challenge in a real world sense because it's not going to be a challenge. You're going to, on aroma only, I'm going to nail it, you know, but and so would anybody else without any kind of real experience, you know. But the only question for Monday is, which one do I prefer? Now, in your mind, you're like me, you're thinking, oh, well, obviously the Ardbeg 10. You got a deal for $44.99. I did get a deal for $44.99. And the Jura Journey is only $22.99. I mean, you know, it's a much more celebrated product. It's pretty clear it's going to win without any kind of true competition. But my experience with Jura Journey is that you can't be too hasty on that because it really battles. And in fact, not only does it battle, it's won every contest that I've had so far. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I believe it. I believe it because I experienced it. So Jura Journey really could be the secret weapon of the single malt Scotch world because it's going up against a lot more expensive competition. And in some cases, it went up against competition that was twice the price and it won. And I would be confident in saying that it actually very easily won. It actually very easily won. I think that it wasn't really even close. Code 45 works every time. It really does. It worked for me, and it was even a little flat. So, what's the best single malt Scotch I ever tried? That's a very difficult and probably impossible question to answer. But I would say Jura Journey's right up there. You could laugh. You could say, all right, you're crazy. Everybody knows it ain't that good. Oh, yeah? Well, I don't know that. Maybe that's why it's sold out and they don't even have any on the shelf because nobody likes it, you know. Or maybe people do know about this and they got it tagged in their mind as one of those secret weapons of the single malt Scotch world. Now, will they get more in stock? We would assume. But for that price, $22.99, can't beat that deal. Can't beat it. Jura Journey didn't. I mean, Glenrothes 1995 didn't beat it. Glenlivet 12 didn't beat it. Glenlivet Founders Reserve didn't beat it. Tomatin didn't beat it. Glenmoray didn't beat it. Nobody beat it. Now, my prediction is that Ardbeg 10 will win. You know, it will, just by virtue of its fabulousness. But I could be wrong. But we're going to find out. We're excited to find out. All right. So anyway, great taste challenge. The Glenrothes 1995. Would I buy it for $50? I probably wouldn't buy it, you know, but I mean, if I saw it on sale for 35 or something like that, and then I did some research and found out that it was a top shelf product or near the top shelf, well, yeah, I'd buy it, you know. Sure, why not? But boy, my flagship right now is the Jura Journey. That's the winner, boy. That's the winner. That's the winner. That's the winner. So we are touting Jura. I get no money from Jura Journey. If I did, I'd be doing a Jura video 3 times a day. That's your winner right there. That's woo woo. If I only had words. Well, you say you do. Apparently you do have a lot of words. I do. But anyway, thanks for watching this video production. And I did 2 video posts earlier. Oh, what am I thinking? We got Stout Sunday coming. In about 3 hours and 30 minutes, 3.5 hours. Stout Sunday. John and Illy can't host it. You say, again? Hey man, the guys got stuff to do. So I'm the semi-permanent host. I don't mind. You know, I'm not really that busy usually on Sunday morning, so that's gonna work out. All right, thanks everybody. Yeah, you're gonna get you some. Get the Jura Journey. $34. Wow, now that's $11 more. Well, if it's beating all the ones that's $45, why not? It's still a benefit, huh? All right, thanks everybody. And if you do the video review, you know I will watch.